There's breaking news tonight in a notorious murder from more than 3 decades ago. Lyle and Eric Menendez are serving life without parole for killing their parents in 1989. Today, after 7 months of hearings, court filings, and publicity, they were in court for a resentencing hearing. And just moments ago, the judge made a ruling. CNN's Nick Watt in Los Angeles joins us now with more. So the brothers' lawyers calling this a great day. What happened?
Well, Lyle and Eric Menendez Anderson are now eligible for parole, and their lawyer, Mark Geragos, just said over here that he hopes they will be released from prison sometime within 2025. They have been behind bars for 35 years. Now, this resentencing hearing, we heard from their family members. A cousin said the family has universally forgiven the brothers. We heard from a fellow inmate who was counseled, he said, by the brothers behind bars. We heard a lot about the work that they have done behind bars to rehabilitate themselves and to try to help others. And the judge at the end, before he made his ruling, he said a couple of things. He said, one, I have never received letters like this from correctional officers petitioning for prisoners to be released. That was huge. He said that he is going to resentence them to 50 years to life, so it's now up to the parole board and the governor as to whether they actually get out. Now, there's a clemency hearing scheduled for June 13th to address this matter, so their lawyers hope that they'll be out by the end of the year is not an impossible one. And we also heard from the brothers themselves, speaking via video link from where they're being held down near San Diego. Lyle spoke first. The older brother was very emotional. Both of them talked about how what they did was unforgivable. They apologized again to their family for the trauma that they put them through. They said that they made terrible choices, they make no excuses for those choices, and they apologized for lying to investigators throughout the years. The DA's office said, listen, they're not ready for parole, they're not ready to be let out because they haven't fully accepted insight into their crime. But the judge disagreed. Now, the judge could have said, you are sentenced to time already served. They could have walked out of jail today. That did not happen. The judge has now pushed this to the parole board and to the governor because the judge said, listen, I cannot say that they will commit another crime. I don't think that there is a danger that they are going to commit another crime. So I am going to resentence them to life with the possibility of parole. Right. And now it's up to the governor and the parole board to decide if and when they get out.
Yeah,
Anderson.
It's incredible development. Nick Watt, thank you for joining us to talk about it and the testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial here in New York. CNN anchor and chief legal strategist Laura Coates, also criminal defense attorney Arthur Aidala. Arthur, surprised you?
A little bit, but I mean, it's a huge event. I mean, it really is. Mark Geragos is not minimizing it. Basically, what happened though is the last district attorney was the one who put in this motion when he was running for re-election, and then he lost, and the new district attorney came in and tried to pull back the motion. He put in the DA's office originally put in the motion for resentencing, and then when the new DA said no, they shouldn't be resentenced, they should stay in jail. The judge said no, too late, and the DA's office is still going to fight it. But I know Mr. Geragos said they're really hoping the governor just gives them clemency at this point after this judge's ruling. And they could be out in, I think, what do you say, June 3rd? I mean, they could be out in 6 weeks. And obviously, the judge took this into tremendous consideration. He heard from a lot of witnesses. And he's confident that they've, 35 years. You know how different life is going to be for them when they get out? Yeah. Like the world they left in 1989 to the world they're going to come into.
Laura, you made the point, a lot of people don't get this kind of attention, this kind of legal help.
They do not, and that's not to take away from an injustice if it has occurred in this matter. They should not get the benefit of having that reviewed. But this could open in many ways, and that's why the new DA was a little bit skeptical, because if the idea behind it in part was that they failed to introduce evidence to support that they had been abused, and that was not consistently led or raised in the testimony of the trial, there's a lot of people in prison right now who could talk about a trauma that they experienced that may have contributed to their action in the real world. And so that's going to be an interesting how they address it. Remember, you had Kim Kardashian supporting them. You had movies made about them. These are very well-known figures, and I wonder how it will translate for the average person who is behind bars as well.